Hey everyone. This is the morning after our locals, and as you can tell, I'm still tired. We're doing our road to regionals, so we're playtesting a lot of decks, and we've kind of reduced it down to about 4 to pick for 2 weeks for regionals. One of the decks that we played, we've already uploaded a deck list video, so this is like an updated deck list video. So yeah, we did get first place for this deck, and I was shocked. But the deck is Boulder Chaos, the Accel. We only made a small change to the deck, but we'll just go through the whole deck anyway. So, sticking with the eggs, the peanut ones from BT20, when you play one with the Accel trait, this gets a Digiball, reducing Digivolution cost by 2, which is great. This came up a few times, especially with the Singularity of Chaos. It was great. Our main searchers being 2 of the BT16 Echoes. Just when a Digimon is raised, reveal top 3, add a Digimon or Tamer, and hatch an egg. Easy peasy. So that did come in clutch. That is one of the best, one of the great searchers that we have. What I like to have in the back is the Falcon ones, just for the Pearson Inheritable is great, but the reduced Digivolution cost by 1 for an Accel trait. And there was a few times through most of my games last night to help memory choke. The fact that it digivolves for 0 and it has an alternative Digivolution cost of 1, that came up a lot to help slow my opponent down by memory choking them until they were able to get a tamer right. But it was fun. We've done the same with the Lilo with its alternative Digivolution cost if we couldn't get a Balco. But the best searcher for the deck, because it allows you to add anything from the line, as well as the option card that we run in here. Absolutely brilliant. Inheritable barrier, you'll notice, and I think I said this in the last video, the rookies and the champions all have the same inheritable. Like the yellow-black version all have the barrier inheritable, and the green-yellow all have the piercing. So to try and keep this deck simplified for the remastered, and I'm just going to skip the champion lines inheritables. Jatria, suspend on play and when digivolving. Don't really use it often enough to do anything unless it's I'm able to have a second line out on the board to suspend something and then swing over with the other line, piercing through anything and then doing the security checks that way. But yeah, we only have 2 champions for this deck so far. We'd like to see a third one come out. And then this is one that we usually play out to get rid of annoying things like not being able to get memory, any floodgates. We play this out and minus 3000 DP on the on-play when Digivolving effect. Just to keep the board controlled enough, or if something's big on the board, we can minus DP, same again if we have the second line going. This goes on the second line and swing with the first line. On to level 5s, into our ultimates, we're running the playset of Chromon. We all know, I think after the last video, we kind of know what this does. You just suspend the opponent's Digimon, then one of your Digimon gets 3000 DP, then one of your Digimon may attack. Doesn't have to be itself. There's a few times I just gave it to this because I knew I wasn't going to attack with anything, because I wanted to deal with the board first before doing any swings, especially a lot of aces last night. Inheritable, -4 to one of your opponent's Digimon. It's great. Then on to the loaders. Loader Leomon on play when Digivolving. One of your opponent's Digimon gets gains when Digivolving. One of your opponent's Digimon for the turn until the end of your opponent's turn can't activate when Digivolving effects and gets minus 3000 DP. That actually helped. If I couldn't get rid of a level 5, I just went into this, made sure they couldn't trigger when Digivolving effects, swung, so if they did ace, my line was going to be fine. Especially because I went up against 2 adventure decks back to back, so I know that all their level 6s were ace mechanics. So I was like, it's not going to get bounced or return to hand or deck, so I can go for the clear swing and not worry about anything. Then on to our Megas, we're still running the 4 copy of the Balder one. Suspend. What was it? All your opponent's Digimon, and then give one of your Digimon plus 3000 DP and it may attack. So I usually just give it to itself. Swing 15,000, piercing, depending on what loader or the crow, give something -4 or don't worry about it because of the redirect as the inheritable for the loader. Pierce through, do a check. Then we usually spam down, and this is where we've made the slight change. We're running only 3 copies of Bancho. D-Digiball 2 minus 5,000 until the end of their turn. And then end of your turn, DNA, same as the Balder. But the cards that we added in instead was 2 copies of Dark Dramon Ace. I don't think you need more than 2. The reason why I took out the Banchos to add in the 2 Dark Dramon Aces is just because that's your green and yellow, that's your yellow and black. So, like, Digivolving into one of these or playing out the Singularity of Chaos to play out this D-Digivolve 1, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play costs, trigger the egg, go into one of these. Most likely I want to go into this one to suspend everything, gain 3000 attack, end the turn. This is still going to be your black source for DNM. Inheritable doesn't really come up often, just due to the fact of I blew up the board. So the collision doesn't really come up, but if it ever needs to come up, it's fantastic. Then we're running 1 Ultimate Chaos. I feel like I could change this. I only have it in as if necessary. The deck gets, or the line gets D-Digivolve constantly, and then we start getting level 6s into the trash. We can do the DNA, go into this, then tuck sources from the trash underneath. And then for each level 6, we bottom deck a Digimon on the opponent's side of the field, and then get security attack +3 and piercing. So we could do 4 checks with piercing, DP reductions, redirects, anything like that. Excuse me. Then with the Singularity of Chaos, just blow it up. Trigger the partitions, take out whatever we need of the level 6s to know that we're going to go for a game. But it doesn't come up often enough. That's why I think it's okay as a one-off, but if I would change this for anything, it would probably be another scramble. And we'll get to that whenever we actually get to the scrambles. And then we're running a full playset of the Balder arm. I took out the other Chaos spawn from BT16. I don't mind trashing 2 of my opponent's security, doing it, the other Chaos spawn effect to trash 1 of both of ours, then do the Singularity to trash another one, and then minus the DP and spit out partition bodies. But I felt it was very slow, very clunky. It was a one-off, and I'd rather have just the one-off being the Ultimate Chaos. So I bumped this up to 4. And the fact that I can recycle these with scrambles, like, there's no tomorrow. This is just the best one, I would say. Security attack +1, partition. When digivolving for each level 6 underneath its sources, suspend an opponent's Digimon or Tamer, and then gain a memory for each one, and then just stop all on-play effects. So it's any Tamers that you hit out of security with on-plays, even if you hit a scramble that plays out a rookie for your opponent, they can't do any searching, they can't do nothing. It just stops them. They have to build the lineup and then spend that memory. And then by the end of your turn, or in the opponent's turn, as I keep saying, the singularity, pop, and then do everything. So you're getting your opponent to like blow everything up and then start off again. Then we're only running 2 Tamers again. We're still running the TKs just to do additional searches in the security and recover 1. That's it. Self-explanatory, all the way back from BT1. Still very, very good card. Then our weird options, we're running 2 of the yellow scrambles, reduce Digivolution cost by 3, leave it on the board. Starting main, if your opponent has a Digimon and you don't, you get to trash this, play out a rookie, place 1 to the top of the deck. If you do have a Digimon, you can still place 1 on top of the deck. And the security effect, play out a rookie basically, but because all these rookies are like 2000 DP or less, so you can play them out. So it's the Chromon and the Lilo. The only thing is that is Urko, but Urko's done its job by the time it goes bye-byes. So yeah, just 2 of them. I don't feel like, I say, if I would get rid of the Ultimate Chaos, I would add a 3rd scramble in, but at the meantime, it's still doing alright. Then I actually prefer the yellow memory boost over the dual colored one. The search is black and yellow because yes, the search is everything, but for the same amount of memory, I'd rather filter through 4 than look at 3 and delay trash gain 2 memory. And it's like, even if we have a memory blocker on the opponent's side of the field, we can usually swing into a -4, blow it up, then pop this, and then redo a combo piece. 9 out of 10 times, these will sit on the board for the majority of the game because I don't feel like I need to use them as yet. It's only if I have to rebuild fast, then I'll crack them, gain memory, then build up a brand new board, DNA, do 2 swings. Everything else fine. Security placed in battle area. So no matter what, it's always going to be there. Then we're running 1 Mega Digimon assembly. If my opponent can build a line quicker than me, they're still going to get punished by it. Because as long as my opponent has a level 6 or higher, I can play this without meeting the color requirements. To raise my level 6 if I have to, play this for 4, grab another level 6 from hand, DNA into one of the Chaos ones. And then security, return a level 6 or higher Digimon card from your trash to the hand, then add this card to hand. So even if I'm in a sticky wick, if this is a one-off like security recycling, then I'll do that. There's no problem. I'll purposely leave this in security because I'll not want to touch it because it's going to be added to hand anyway. I'd rather grab a yellow card back with the TKs to do the additional recover. And then the last 3 option cards, and to be fair, I would take out the Ultimate Chaos for a 4th copy of the Singularity of Chaos, but 3 works really fine with me. Security, gain a memory, and add this card to hand. It's X antibody for Accel, it's great. Main. As long as I have a Digimon with Chaosmon or Accel trade, I can play this with meeting the color requirements, which is all the time. For this deck, it's all the time. Get the play 1 card with the Accel trait from your hand, reducing the play cost by 4, then place this underneath one of your Digimon. And usually we leave this under the line if we know we're going straight into a Boulder Arm anyway. The one bit I love about this, end of opponent's turn inheritable. If this Digimon has Chaosmon, in its name, trash the top opponent's security stack, then give this Digimon minus 30,000 DP. Damn, that's a lot. They could have made it like 20 and it still would have killed it, it would have been fine. But 30, just double it. Double it and give it to the next Chaos one, that's what that is. Which will trigger our partitions to spit out 2 bodies. So I believe we did this where we were up against McGeetramon and it triggered and it kept, because I deleted my own stuff, they were able to gain memory back with the game on X and the Kato from EX2 to keep the turn. But they were at 0 memory and they had 2 level 6s and only looking down at them with like 2 security left. And it turned into, I need to set up a board to get rid of one of these. And I'm like, it's fine. Because if you get rid of the ace, I'm just going to scapegoat it, play another singularity, play out like the Bancho or the Volder, and give, if it's a Volder, I'm just going to give the plus 3,000 and swing, and if it dies, I'm just going to scapegoat it anyway and just keep doing this. I can recycle like there's no tomorrow, so it didn't bother me. But yeah, that's the Chaos deck. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 options, 2 tamers, 5 sevens, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 sixes, 4, 8 fives, 4, 8 fours, 4, 8, 10 rookies, 4 eggs. Very simplified Chaosmon deck. The only time it bricks is if you don't see a level 4, and by that stage you're going into game 3. So it's a 50-50 chance. But I haven't been punished with the deck yet, so far. But yeah, that's just my little Chaosmon deck. If you like the builds or have any ideas to like change up the ratios, I'm all ears. But until the next video, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all later.